You remember when we were little kids? The night I saw the lights. I heard this whispering voice.
Claire.
I never heard it again until yesterday.
Guys, this girl is the real deal UFO hunter, and she is gonna have some exclusive footage for us very, very soon.
See the formation?
The Phoenix Lights. How long has she been doing this?
She's been looking for the lights since she ran away from her fake mom.
Fake mom?
Yeah, like her foster mom.
Those orbs zipping back and forth across the valley all week.
I was out there all night, and I didn't see anything.
Now, I know you're UFO experts, but my theory is that these lights are drones.
What if they're not drones?
Just give me some good photos, okay? You got 2 nights.
You really have nowhere to go? Get in. There's people in there. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Hey, it's okay.
How did you end up here?
We were lost. We follow this bright light.
Did you see 7 lights?
This light bring us to this house.
You're gonna get yourself killed with this ridiculous obsession!
I'm not losing my mind. People saw the lights, Tay, and I did too.
There's a reason we're here. There has to be.
Adios. Don't get abducted.
I know you're out here!
Everything changed that night. Everything.
There was a voice, and I saw the lights.
Claire, come back.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are so excited to have with us here today the wonderful and talented lead actor of a fantastic new film coming out called Star People, Kat Cunning. Say hello, Kat.
Hi, pleasure to be here.
Kat, you bring so much to this role here in the film Star People. You play Claire, who is a young person that thinks they experienced something in their younger age, the Phoenix Lights, the notorious Phoenix Lights, and that changes them forever, alongside some other childhood trauma that changed them. What is it to get into this role, into a character like this?
I just sort of knew I was Claire when I read the script. So I just had to give myself the permission to bring myself to the role. I think a lot of us have sort of formative experiences when we're really little that lead us to become who we are as adults. And sometimes for the better and sometimes for the worse. Like Claire is so singularly focused on this thing that's based on a fairly traumatic experience that she had as a kid. And I think in this story, she learns to see outside of those horse blinders and see the people around her.
See, it's really interesting because I kind of relate to that in a more positive light. You know, when I was a kid, I used to have different experiences that led me to the road that I'm on now. You know, my love of film stems from when I was a little kid. So it can work both ways. Unfortunately, for Claire, it doesn't exactly work out that way. Can you talk about this cast? I mean, Connor, McCabe, Eddie, and even to a lesser extent Adriana and all the other smaller roles. What was it like being a part of this cast and working with these guys?
It was incredible. This is my first time playing a lead role, so the fact that I was working with such an incredible cast of supporting actors, and the crew and the director, like everyone on this film, honestly, I can't sing the praises loudly enough of everyone who participated, because playing lead role, you sort of learn that there's almost less to do than if you're a supporting role, because you are the eyes of the audience member. And everyone else is sort of the characters entering their perspective. So you have to lay back and trust the script a little bit, and you definitely have to trust your co-actors. And everyone just brought me so much to work with. I learned a lot from the actors that I was acting with, and all of the tears that you see on screen are real, honestly, from watching the performances of the people that I got to act with.
I love that. Let's talk a little bit about Adam. I had a chance to speak with him last week about putting the film together, and he talked about putting you in the role that you're in What was it like working with him? What was the vision? Did you see the forest through the trees when you read the script, or was it a completely different forest once you got in it?
I think that there's no way to see the forest from the trees when you read a script because the world just always changes you. And I really tried to control every aspect of how I would perform this role. But you get thrown curveballs when you're actually in a film. And that's one of the reasons I love acting is you have to go with the flow and you have to rely on the people that you're trusting to catch you in the environment. But working with Adam was a dream. I think that the fact that he saw Claire and me from the audition and that being something that he really trusted from his guts, and the same with all the rest of the casting, speaks volumes to how we all work together on set because he just gave us a lot of trust and he had a good sense of he had a great sense of what his story was and he didn't mind reconnecting with us when we needed a reminder of the chronology. That's the crazy thing of shooting a feature length film is you're shooting the end at the beginning and the beginning at the end and sometimes you just need a reminder of like what your emotional state should be because of where you're coming from in the scene. But he was just really generous and motivated and also didn't micromanage our performances and I think that was like something you can't always expect from a first time director.
That means he trusted the cast director and his in picking the right actors for the right roles, and he just sort of let you guys cook.
He let us
I love
cook.
hearing that. That's
Yeah, he let
I
us
mean,
cook.
anytime we have our guests on for the first time, we always have two questions we like to ask them. They're pretty easy questions. The first one, real simple. Who are some people that inspire you?
Oh my God. First comes to mind, Nina Simone. I think that I'm really inspired by Nina Simone because I identify as a dancer before I became an actor and a singer, and she identified as a classical pianist and rarely as a musician, and yet she's like my favorite singer and lyricist and performer ever to live. And I think that she performed from her soul and storytelling, and that's what I want to do as a performer. Um, Other people are like Jodie Foster, who I feel like I pulled from a little bit to play Claire. I love that she is always, no matter what the role is throughout her life, there's always been a color of her real life in the playing of that character, and I'm really inspired by her having come out as a queer person and just the legacy of films that she's put out into the world
Yeah,
being a special version of herself.
and I love that. I love that it shows that you can become your true self at any point in your life, and that's really good. I love that point that you just made there.
Yeah, and also that along the way you already were yourself. You just might not have had language for it.
And you may not have, yeah, exactly. You may not have just known how to tell people, and I love that. The second question is a little bit harder, and I'm sorry.
All right, let's go.
It's you can only watch two movies for the rest of your life. What two and why? Tell
It's horrible.
question sucked.
It's really, truly cruel.
Yes.
I would probably put on Romeo plus Juliet by Baz Luhrmann.
Oh hell yes, hell
I
yes.
in my musical project, the song Cinderella, I play like a male character that is an absolute homage to Romeo in Romeo plus Juliet. There are a lot of scenes that I ripped directly from that film. It's like so visually made my whole generation of people, I feel like. Um, and then this one's a little weirder. Little Children. It's Kate Winslet films.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Kate,
spooky, but it's a story that really helps you empathize with people you didn't anticipate you'd be able to empathize with. And I love the narration and I love Kate Winslet. She can do no wrong.
Kate Smulders. I'm never gonna have a problem with you picking a Kate Winslet film ever.
Love that.
She's my favorite actress. Uh, when I did Mercutio in college, I drew from Harold Perrineau's.
It's incredible. Congratulations that you've gotten to play
A lot
Mercutio. I
of
mean, it's a dream role.
I got a lot of heat for it because I drew from that particular one, but I didn't care.
Oh,
It was fun. It's more fun that way. When you play a little
understandable.
sassy,
Yeah.
a little saucy. It's more fun that way.
Yeah.
And I love that. That's the perfect answer to that question. I love that answer. Those are two very good movies. I'm a huge fan of Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet. Just the fact that they weren't afraid to cast John Leguizamo in the role of the Prince of Cats, like given where he was at, like Baz has a set of stones the size of New Orleans on him. I swear.
I can't say anything about his stones, but I have waltzed with that man and he's got a brilliant eye.
That's true. That is also definitely true. I love those choices. Now, if somebody wanted to see Star People and you only had 30 seconds in an elevator to pitch it to them, what would you say?
I would say you should watch it. It's gonna change your life.
I
But
like that.
then I guess if I had to say more about the movie, I would say that it's tender. It's a sci-fi that really surprises you. You're gonna be awash in gorgeous landscapes and human things that are nuanced, and it's just a beautiful indie film that reminds you why we pay humans to make art instead of AI. It's so incredible. There's nothing like the desert. There's nothing like being alone with nature and truly feeling small. And this film can definitely give you that experience without you having to drive 4 hours into nowhere.
Although sometimes driving 4 hours into nowhere is just exactly what you need for your head.
I know, but it takes 4 hours. So if you can't do it, take 2 hours and watch Star People.
You know what? You should do that anyway because I think the movie is really, really good, and I can't wait for people to check this out. Now, according to this, it is currently out now, right? It came out July 28th.
In theaters, in select
That's right.
theaters.
Yep, in select theaters. Yeah, you guys should definitely check it out if you can find it near you because it's absolutely worth whatever the price of your ticket is. I really loved it and enjoyed it, and I don't say that lightly because I'm a harsh critic. That's why we're called the film snobs because we don't like everything.
It'll
But
be
we, I,
streamable everywhere on August 12th, and also coming up this week in LA, you can watch it. I'm gonna go see it in the theaters on August 9th at the Lamel Theater in West LA. So that's one of the last theater experiences you can have, but anyone can watch it in their homes on the 12th. The Lamel Royale, by the way, in LA.
you should definitely go see it in a theater because I think a film like this deserves a tableau the size of a theater screen to be played on. It's a gorgeous film. But if you don't have time or can't get out there, go see it there. Thank you so much for your time, Kat. I really
It's my
for
pleasure.
today.